welcome back to episode 3 of Bibliophiles, Audiophiles. I almost forgot our own name for a second there.
The fun part is you're the one that came up with it.
I'm the one that came up with it, and I can't remember it half the time.
Yeah.
Okay, anyways, welcome to episode 3. This week we are doing Long Live the Pumpkin Queen by
Shea
Ernshaw. Shea Ernshaw. Alyssa went to college, so she gets to help me pronounce stuff.
Well, at least I gotta use my degree in some way, shape, or form.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
You are the brain of the podcast, probably.
Maybe.
I don't know. It's pretty equal.
Up for debate.
Anywho, we actually gifted this book to each other for Christmas. I made you for your birthday. No, it was Christmas, I think. I don't know. Her birthday's in December, so it doesn't matter.
I got it for you for Christmas.
Okay, it was my Christmas present or my push present because I had just had my second child.
Yes.
So it was a December gift.
And the reason why is because I remember I was going through Books A Million because I love just walking through there.
The smells.
It's great. And I saw this book series by a completely different author, Liz Broswell.
That sounds familiar.
She's the one that has like the twisty tales of
fairy tales.
No, Disney stuff.
Tales.
Yeah.
Yes.
So like I saw that and I told you, I'm like, oh my God, I really want to read this. And then I remember you said something about how you wanted to read the one that's based off of
Nightmare
Before Christmas.
Nightmare Before Christmas, not Night Before Christmas.
Yeah, that.
And All Through the House.
Yeah.
Not that.
So you wanted to read that one, but she didn't have one. But then I looked it up, and this was a book that like literally like just was about to come out.
Yes.
So I was just like, bet. So Christmas present. And that's how I gave it to you.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you. That's pretty much how that got discovered.
Yeah. Here is the blurb as told on Storygraph. Sally Skelton is the official, newly minted Pumpkin Queen after a whirlwind courtship with her true love, Jack, who Sally adores with every inch of her fabric seams, if only she could say the same for her new role as Queen of Halloween Town. Cast into the spotlight and tasked with all sorts of queenly duties, Sally can't help but wonder if all she's done is trade in her captivity under Dr. Finkelstein for a different, albeit gilded, cage. But when Sally and Zero accidentally uncover a long-hidden doorway to an ancient realm called Dreamtown in the forest hinterlands, she will unknowingly set into motion a change of sinister events that put her future as Pumpkin Queen and the future of Halloween Town itself into jeopardy. Can Sally discover what it means to be true to herself and save the town she's learned to call home, or will her future turn into her worst, nightmare?
Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun. It's mysterious.
My first question before I get into the reviews. Is it Dr. Finkelstein or Finkelstein?
Listen, it's Finkelstein. Steen. No, Finkelstein.
You could probably
no one would notice. So thank you.
I'm just curious because I'm like, you know what? You could be right though.
I'll show you. No, I'm just dumb. It's Finkelstein.
Well, in German,
wouldn't it be
Ein
Stein?
is ein.
So it would be Finkelstein.
Is it Finkelstein or Finkelstein?
We'll just call him Fink Daddy.
Comment on the the Instagram post we're probably going to use this clip for.
Yeah, how are they going to comment if it's spelled the same either way?
Emphasis on
something. Is it Steen or Stine?
Yeah. No, not alliteration. What do you call it? Pronunciation, kind of like breaking down. Do that.
Yeah, do that. Let us know because we can't figure this out. She speaks German and I don't, but
like it can go either way.
Yeah.
So, anyways, the reviews, which one of the things that I wanted to check before I like finished doing this was the average rating for the reviews. I think it was at a 3 point something. But this first review is a 4.0 star. I don't know why I put emphasis on the 0. I love The Nightmare Before Christmas and of course Jack and Sally. When I saw the book about Sally written by one of my favorite authors, well, it was an easy decision and I snagged a copy. Very quick, fun, and interesting read. It has all the feels and then some of the movie, and I love that we get to be inside Sally's head and get to know her more. Highly recommend this one. Definitely a good one for Spooktober. This one's a 5-star. It says, this book had me pacing around my room so many times. This is easily the best book I've read so far this year. I recommend it to everyone who loves The Nightmare Before Christmas, or just Tim Burton in general. Shea and everyone else who worked on this book are absolute masterminds.
Mm-hmm.
This one's a 3-point star. I just realized it said spoilers. Hang on.
Skip. We haven't played our spoiler sound yet.
Well, I'm just gonna skip over the spoiler part. So all these are like questions that are based off of like what happens in the book, so I'm gonna skip that. But basically it's a 3-star, and they felt like there was a lot of like plot holes. 2 stars. This book caught my attention at the bookstore a few weeks ago. I passed on it, but then saw many people sharing amazing reviews, so I went back for it. I have to admit, I'm not the biggest Nightmare Before Christmas fan, but still love the idea of this book. This is a young adult book that feels more like a middle grade book, especially with its very Disney-like ending. This is what this book's about, okay? She read the blurb, I got the reviews. Now you know.
It's happening. Okay, it's happening, everybody.
So, anyways,
sorry.
Now that we've gone into that. Yet again, we definitely totally did not forget to include the content warnings, so here they are. Kidnapping, confinement, toxic relationship, gaslighting, body horror, child abuse, panic attacks, and disorders. Now, back to your regularly scheduled programming.
There's some spoilers coming up, sweetie. You better cover your ears.
One of the first things that I wrote down in regards to this was that I really relate to a lot of her insecurities that she had. Like, I just felt all that to my core.
Mm-hmm. I love how relatable.
Yeah, for sure.
It was amazing.
For sure.
For sure.
I did not like how Jack just wasn't much help.
No, like literally. She's like, baby, I have these insecurities. And he's like, plan Halloween, bet.
Yeah.
Where was he at when she needed him?
Yeah, like, it was like...
But Disney does have a theme of women being not needing men.
Miss Independent?
Miss Independent, that's what I was looking for. So that could be what they were leaning towards.
Probably. I also didn't like how everyone else, like, forced stuff upon her. Where it was pretty much just like,
and she's
oh my god, you're the queen now. Here's a dress, here's a crown, here's some shoes. This is what you gotta be wearing now. Like, This is who you are.
This is what you have to do. By the way, you have to plan this event, and it's gotta be spectacular or you're gonna suck. And I'm just like, whoa.
Which, bring in the insecurities.
Yeah. I felt overwhelmed just reading it.
Yeah.
For real.
And I was just like, By the way, Jack, I gotta go.
Yeah, literally. Sis just ran.
Checking out.
She was like, I'm gone. I love The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Me too.
Like, Sally's a really good character, and I really hated that they didn't do more with her in Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah.
But, like, this is missing stuff.
Oh, yeah. So, like, that 3-star review when it was talking about, it was, like, a lot of plot holes.
I also gave it a 3-star review because of the plot holes.
Really?
So I didn't comment that, but it could have been me.
Oh, well...
It was a slow read. Like, I had to make myself finish it.
I read it within a weekend, which for the other 2 books we've talked about, I've done the same thing pretty much.
Yeah.
I read this in a weekend.
We usually can read books within 4 days or less.
Yeah, but I liked it. I enjoyed it.
It was good because you got to see more of Sally as who she was as an individual.
I think it was like just a really good take on like a spin-off of like everything that's going on.
Yeah.
Like one of the other things I wrote down here is that Dr. Finkel, whatever.
Daddy Fink.
Yeah, Daddy Fink. Kidnapping Sally just makes so much sense. Oh my gosh,
it did. I was like okay. I get that.
Her giving, like, the forgetting potion, like, it just checks out. Like, it all just makes sense and, like, how everything's going on. So, like,
it's giving Tangled.
Yes. But instead, like, she was taken when she was a lot older.
Yeah, she was, like, 9?
I thought, like, 11. I don't know.
Around 10 and somewhere
something
around
like that. Yeah. But it just all, like, made sense.
I feel like the story seemed to repeat itself a lot.
Yeah.
And it wasn't super suspenseful, which is, I like suspense.
I feel like the resolution could have came a lot sooner than it did. I thought the parents were very overbearing.
Yes.
Which I completely understandable.
Yeah.
But at the same time, she's like, I'm the Pumpkin Queen in Halloween Town, and, there's some stuff going on over there. I
have responsibilities.
And I have to figure out how to get my husband from not being asleep anymore.
And they're like,
burn the portal?
I got you. I can do that.
You want to stay here?
forever?
Sure. Yeah. Like, let's do that.
We haven't been your parents for like over a decade, but we know it's best.
Yeah.
I hate that trope where parents know best.
Yeah.
Again, Mother Gothel, Tangled, Mother Knows Best.
Nah. I love that song, though.
I do too.
If I could be a Disney villain, it'd be her.
Yeah. She's kind of hot, though.
Sure. Although, what I will say about this book, though, is the Sandman. Is he the Sandman? Is that who the main villain is? He scared me.
Bro.
Like, when I was reading those parts where she was back in Halloween Town and trying to avoid him so she wouldn't go to sleep.
And he was sneaking around.
I felt the fear.
Yeah.
Like, I was just like, I hope she doesn't get caught.
Heart started beating.
Yeah. I was just like,
that's the
anxiety.
suspense parts was the unputdownable part for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, like just the creepy crawly man coming to get her kind of deal, yeah.
Yeah. And then I also loved the, how she was like the female hero and stood up for herself in the end. We already talked about how like Disney's like that now.
Yeah.
But like I just loved how it was like the female heroine of this whole
girl power.
Yeah. I love that.
Queen, yeah.
That's pretty much all my notes. Do you have anything else?
No smut. I mean that's a big downer. I'm sorry, Earnshaw, if you ever hear this and you're just like, oh man, this podcast reviewed my book, let's listen to it. I'm sorry, honey, but there's no sex.
I wouldn't have expected there to be any in this book, though.
The Nightmare Before Christmas was all these years ago, so now the people that watched it are grown up.
True.
And obviously, we're horny. No.
Can I tell you where you can go find that?
Where?
Wattpad.
Wattpad? You know, I've actually never been on Wattpad.
I have.
I'm kind of scared because I've heard stories like that. On Wattpad? Yeah, no, I'm scared. I'm ready for smut, but not quite Wattpad yet.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm dipping my toe, not hopping in the deep end.
Okay, fair enough.
So the reason that there's no, I don't know the reason there's no smut, but the fact that there's no smut in this, like just a few kisses, this would be safe for work.
Absolutely.
This would be safe to recommend your grandmother or your niece.
Listen to it on Audible, like if it's available on Audible, and listen to the audiobook version.
Sure, it would be.
Maybe.
But
if
you
it
could
is,
listen to this in the pickup line at the elementary school, and it would be okay.
Yeah, no one would be like, why is she listening to that right now?
You know, it's actually in one of our Facebook groups I see all the time where a mom was listening to Audible, and then like someone overheard it while their kids are getting out of the car at school pickup. This one would be safe for that. You have no fears for this one.
No, absolutely. It's child friendly.
It is very PG.
Honestly, kids might enjoy it too. I mean, it's young adult. It's found in the young adult section. Yeah. But like, I feel like if you read this to your child, it probably wouldn't be that bad.
I think my 9-year-old sister would probably actually love this book.
Honestly,
now that I think about it, because she does love The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah.
So I might actually recommend her read this one. This is probably going to be a really short episode because we did not really love this one.
Yeah.
It was okay.
It was fine.
It was fine.
It was good. I enjoyed it. I probably wouldn't read it again.
Yeah. You know how your significant other asks you if you're okay and you're like, I'm fine. This is kind of what that book feels like. Like, it's not great, but it's not terrible either.
Like, it's a good middle ground.
Yeah.
Although I did give it a 3.5 out of 5.
I gave it a 3. So actually, you reviewed something more than I did.
Wow.
And I'm surprised, because usually you're mean.
Yeah. Because my reviews obviously mean so much.
They do. Just, you're an adoring Storygraph fan.
Yeah. Of course. My one and only. Which is you.
Me. I was going to say, is it me?
Yeah.
My sum on this would be cute. Yes. Adventurous, and hopeful, because it is very hopeful,
yeah. I don't know why I said it like that, but I 100% agree.
Yeah, you know, I mean, wink, wink, yeah,
no, I agree. It was very, like I said, it was good.
It was very.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
but you know,
3 out of 5.
Like I said, I wouldn't read it again.
Yeah, no,
it's not like one of those books where I would reread it.
Yeah, no, I don't reread books unless they're amazing. This is not. This one's probably gonna be listed on Pango Books, so.
I might consider that too.
Yeah. I mean, it was a Christmas present. I love you, but it sucked. No.
I don't know. I'll have to think about it.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't have a whole lot of bookshelf room, and I could.
You really don't.
Listen, I have 3 bookshelves the length of a wall in my house. I have, last I counted, 170, but it's been a while, so it's probably more than that. But I don't have enough room. I need more shelves.
Honestly, I'm one to talk, though, because most of my books are in a box. Not a box, like 4 boxes.
Not even in this state.
No, they're in the state.
Oh, are they? They're in the state. For y'all that don't know, Alyssa's a state hopper.
I am.
I've stolen her. She's in the South now.
I'm from the north. I don't have nothing else to say.
Yeah, I really don't. So, I guess thank you for tuning in to this week's episode. Email us your recommendations at biblioaudiopod@gmail.com. Did I look like I was having a stroke?
Yes, you did.
I felt like I was having a stroke trying to remember that.
So, email us those book recommendations, good or bad.
Ooh, or reviews, because we would love, like, we read reviews off Storygraph, but we would love to have listeners' reviews as well. So, we'll post upcoming books, and then you can email or DM us reviews.
And you can DM us on our Instagram, which is at biblioaudiopodcast. We'll have a whole bunch of different bookish kind of things available on there, which will include, like we just said, the upcoming book for our episode, a teaser for the episode.
Possible shout-outs to small businesses that make bookish things.
Yes, and among other things. So you can check that out too. Follow us there. And that's pretty much it.
See you next week.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.